the best hire of the cycle was what?
Oh, you know what? When I say best hire, coaching hire of the cycle, I always look at fit, and I don't know if, like, right now everybody's undefeated. Everybody looks great, but I got a couple of guys. I thought Will Wade going to NC State. I don't think you can get a better match than those two schools right now for what they're trying to do. And we can talk about that in a second. I think the other one was Ben McCullum going from Drake and the way they played, their style of play going to Iowa. I think that's like the perfect marriage for him. And then the other one for me was Charlie Ward going to Florida A&M. I just think what he brings as a person. I've known Charlie for a long time. He'll be able to raise some funding and help that school tremendously. Not as much as somebody like Dion did, but in the state of Florida, what he could do outside of basketball, I think he can do a lot of great things for that university. So I'll start with that, then we can kind of go into, why or what you guys think of that decisions if I need to defend it at that.
Damn, RC knocked them all out. He's got the mid-major guy. He's got the high-major guy. We're done.
Hey, man.
Is the show over?
Hey, let's move on.
Is the show over?
Let's go. No, but like I said, we talk about Will Wade. I like Will because he's coming into a league and he's trying to establish something there, but he's a defensive guy. And we know he can recruit and work his tail off. Forget the past and everything else, all that stuff. You can argue that. That's not what I'm here to do today. Getting to know him, Jeff, and I've gotten to know him through you. He's a different guy. I found myself defending him and people that want to crush him and say things about his past. And I thought it was just a testament to him when he was so humble and acknowledged his arrogance, acknowledged his mistakes, and he was humbled and who he apologized to everyone else. But basketball-wise, man, I mean, he's grown so much, and I think he's a hell of a basketball coach. NC State will give him the resources to compete. I think they feel they need to get back into that. And for a guy, he has an identity of his style of basketball that'll be successful. We've seen it in the tournament last year with them beating Clemson. Hell of a coach, and now he gets the right job that I think fits him, and that style of play will fit with him perfectly.
McCall, is that for me? I'm with RC here. I mean, Will Wade at NC State, you are not going to find a better fit, right? Those fans are out of their minds. They want somebody who's going to fight John Shire, who's going to fight North Carolina, who's going to come out and say some crazy shit and then try to back it up. And, Will Wade's already got, Trey Holloman, good solid pick, veteran guard coming in, Terrence Arsenault, talented kid who never got really, a full chance at Houston because there was so much talent and he got hurt. I think they're going to get PJ Haggerty as well. I would think, to me, it'd be hard to argue with Will Wade being the best hire of this cycle because, again, of where NC State is and where they could be with him.
Well, and Goodman, too, they let a coach go that went to the Final Four. So you have to, if you're going to hire somebody after this guy just went to the Final Four, you better hire the right guy. And I'm with you. When you go through something as a coach, you lose your job, whatever happened. You didn't win enough games, allegations, whatever it may be, you lose your job and you take a year off. I mean, Will Wade moved to Chattanooga and helped start a trucking company there. He was out of it. And he goes to McNeese. Not the easiest place to go and turn a program around in Louisiana. It's not. When I was an assistant coach at Florida Atlantic, I had a game there, and I'm sure they've made some upgrades, and Heath Schroyer, the athletic director. But the authenticity, too, during the whole process of course I've talked to him. Of course I have. I'm not hiding behind it. Yes, I have talked to him. And you know what else I'm doing? I'm communicating that to my team. I thought that was big time. But when you go through something where you lose your job and you have to kind of reset and hit reset, the other name I'll throw in there is Richard Pitino Xavier. And he didn't sit out, but he goes to New Mexico after everything that happened at Minnesota. He loses his job. There's a lot of things you find out about yourself when you lose your job. And it helps humble you, and it helps make you a better coach. And that's exactly what happened to him. So I like that hire a lot, too. With Richard to Xavier, there was a lot of other schools that I'm sure that were trying to communicate with him and try to get him. But I just think those two guys in this cycle have been through adversity. And adversity makes you a better coach. So when I look at these hires, these big-time hires, those are the two that stand out the most to me because they've had to be humbled. When you get fired, you lose your job, and you got to reset. You got to reset. Okay, what went wrong? Where did I go wrong? And Will Wade, to take a year off and then go to McNeese. Come on, man. And go to back-to-back NCAA tournaments.
You know which one I like that I don't think enough people are talking about, guys. And part of it is, listen, when we're talking about really good hires right now, part of the equation now that was never in the mix, never mattered. In the past, it was always, okay, who they're going to hire for their staff. I would go out there and give guys grades right away. They get hired, and I give them grades before they even hire their staff. And then I changed that probably, 10 years ago. I want to see their staff. Well, now I want to see what their NIL situation is. Because, and we'll get into it. We'll get into it with Luke Laux in a little bit. We'll hear a clip from him when I talk to him. But Florida State does not have a lot of money. So, Luke Laux could be John Wooden. I don't know if he has a chance. One guy who does have some money, who I think is proven and fits this place, Ryan Odom at Virginia. I think you're not going to find a much better fit for Virginia than Ryan Odom. We know they've got
Jeff,
money.
I wanted to say it. I wanted to say it, but I thought y'all were going to call me a homer because I'm like, man, I'm going to pick my brother Ryan. And y'all would have been like, oh, you just picking Ryan.
No. First of all, Goodman would have. I wouldn't have.
Like, no,
I would have done it.
But I was really, if we had time to go into it, I'm like, man, he's gonna crush it, and I know he's gonna crush it. But I'm glad Jeff said it, not me. He does.
They got money. They got money at Virginia. We know that, and that's part of the deal. And that's what I'm trying to say is, are you going to have money to start? Because if you have money, you can get some momentum, right? You can win right away. Because if you don't win right away, people aren't going to want to give money. So you got to start with a little bit of money, which, again, Will Wade did at NC State. Ryan Odom did it at Virginia. And then you win, you get more money, you get momentum, you have a chance to get this thing going. Because if you don't, it's really hard. I think there's a shorter window than ever right now when it comes to, getting off the ground and winning right away. Like, if you don't win in the first couple of years right now, you're screwed. Like, I don't care who you are right now. You're not getting more than a couple of years. I think you got 2 years to show. You got 2 years to show massive improvement, or they turn in the page. And you can be there longer, but you're on the clock.